Ontario. I'm David.
I'm Gary.
And today we're going to read on moods, post-election moods.
It is such a mood.
We started live in 30 minutes, so we want to keep something a little bit short and sweet here.
Something light and breezy.
As we record this on a Saturday at 11:30 in the morning. And I just want to look at the post-election moods of Kamala Harris and Donald Trump. Just, again, we're reading this on a Saturday. It's 3 days till Election Day Tuesday. And just want to get a little bit of insight on how Kamala Harris is feeling on Election Day or after Election Day, and how Donald Trump is feeling after Election Day. And use that to divine how things might go. Now, Gary and I are rather biased. We both believe that Kamala Harris is going to win, and it's not even going to be close.
I think we both kind of circled around the same number, too, what the percentage of the popular vote, at least, would be between the two.
The percentage or the number of people voting?
Not the number of people voting, but, I just feel that the split's going to be about
55,
45. 45, yeah. We both kind of circled on that number.
It could be 53, 47, but I think 55, 45 seems more likely.
Yeah, it just, I went on a bit of a rant on our video that you will have watched yesterday.
Was it about microphones?
No, it was not about microphones. But it's just
sharks, windmills,
and batteries.
Oh.
It was how just your intuition is just like, he's losing the women vote. Young people are not voting for him.
Nope.
A lot of his base has had a chance to die off in the last 8 years.
And I was hearing something on TikTok that about 85% of the Puerto Rican population in Florida, which is not an insignificant number of people, are going to vote for Kamala, and 7% are going to vote for Trump. Talk about flushing away a voter bloc.
Yeah, you did the same thing with the Haitian community.
Yep.
And the LGBTQ plus, and the people who's friends with these people. It's just, there are so many. And then let's not even talk about the January 6th nonsense that happened. You've got all of these things, and yet corporate media is trying to convince us that this election is close. Bull poop.
Yep.
No effing way.
Can't believe it.
No.
Okay, so I'm going to look at Kamala Harris's post-election.
Woohoo!
The post-election mood for Kamala Harris. Again, entertainment purposes only. All right, so foundation of the reading is the Two of Swords. So it might be right after the election that we may not know the results. That would not be a surprise. Or it could be, okay, what do I do next? There's choices to be made here. What are the choices? The messaging. Declaring victory on election day.
There you go.
She's going to be deciding whether or not she's going to declare victory on election day, but definitely she's going to be looking for a path forward, actions she's going to take, the messaging. Everything's about the next steps.
Yep.
Now, whether there's going to be legal challenges, I think she's going to come across basically as presidential. She's going to represent herself as presidential, but she has to decide how presidential she wants to be versus being Kamala. Mm-hmm. Putting up with the nonsense from the belligerent teenagers in your household. In the past, the Knight of Swords, charging on quickly, crusading. There's fast action coming on. I just think that the votes are going to be so strong on election day, with maybe even before all the mail-in ballots are cast are counted, that it's just going to look like we're charging forward, we're surging.
Yep.
And earlier than they thought they would have been. Look at all these sword cards here. Overarching energy is the Five of Swords. Winning at all costs.
That's the current energy.
Yeah, current energy. Winning at all costs. I think she's going to be looking at Mamala. Mamala is the term that her husband's kids use to refer to Kamala Harris. Because they have a mom. They have a biological mother. So they came up with a clever way to refer to Kamala. They refer to her as Mamala. So everybody knows who's who. Now, if I were Kamala Harris, I would be really flattered with that play on words, because It shows that the kids are accepting you.
Yeah.
But I look at Kamala Harris and just like, yeah, she'd be a lot of fun with. It'll be a lot of fun to hang around with, but she may not be so much fun to work with because of her high expectations.
Yeah.
And you can imagine those when you're family, you get both. You get the fun part and you get the high expectations.
And you can't escape it.
And you can't escape
it. Yeah, you don't get to go home at the end of the day.
and complain to your spouse. No, so this is for all the marbles, and I think there's only so much nonsense she's going to put up with.
Yeah, exactly. And that's where I was going with this is, Trump's going to start his nonsense. He doesn't know when to walk away. He always wants to fight.
Right. And I don't think she's not, Kamala doesn't put up with that.
Yeah.
Not for any length of time. She didn't fall out of no coconut.
There you go.
There's your overarching images.
There's
the three of cups. Comes up a lot with Kamala Harris. The celebration, the win. Yeah, it's going to be a win, and I believe it's going to be a win in all three houses. We're going to get the win in all three houses, courtesy of Joe Biden.
Yeah.
She could also be in talks. Again, if the Republicans try shenanigans, Joe Biden's going to be there to blunt those shenanigans. Don't underestimate how pissed off Joe Biden is. Not at the world, but at certain groups of people right now. He may have been upset with the Democrats for pressuring him to move on, but I think he's really been getting his eyes open to how disingenuous the Republican Party is.
Yeah, and to sort of dogpile really quick before I'm going to say my comments, corporate media also was just all over his stuff,
but they're not over Trump's. Shooting people in the face.
So for the folks out in the comments section who are concerned about this, worried that Joe Biden might not lean into his presidential immunity.
Yeah, he will.
This guy gave up his political ambitions. He was president. He felt like he could do another 4 years. He had more work that he wanted to do, but he was willing to step away for the benefit of the party. If you don't think for 1 second that he is not going to leverage that presidential immunity to keep Trump from ending democracy on his watch, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, he's got just enough Irish in him to say F you. His Irish will be
What's the outcome?
5 of coins. Clearly Kamala loses. They lose all their money.
Oh,
and it gets flushed down the toilet.
There goes it. There's your bias again.
The outcome is the 5 of coins. This is going to be...
I can tell you what it is. Bye-bye, MAGA.
It's part of that, but it's going to be the time that happens after the election where people feel like, you know what, I'm going to put a positive spin on it. People that have not been included in the tent are welcome to come into the tent. And the focus is, how do we get these people that have drunk so deep from the Kool-Aid that they feel left out, abandoned, and they're going to be have retribution put upon them for their anti-vaxxing, Republican, flat Earth, QAnon loving point of views. And some of them will not want to be helped. They would rather wallow in their misery than actually accept help or look forward to what can happen.
Yeah, they have been so programmed by Trump and having it validated by corporate media that they don't know any other truth, any other way.
Yeah, it's Kool-Aid.
Yeah,
they drank deep from the Kool-Aid, and detoxing from the Kool-Aid would be it's going to be a challenge for the United States.
Yeah.
So if Ozzy's mom could ever get her detox from the Kool-Aid shirts up, I'll go ahead and put that up on not only the Twin channel but also the Tarot by the Bay community.
Okay, so how's Trump feeling the day after?
Oh, I'm sure he feels great. Hungover.
Yes.
He
Dr.
really
Ronnie
doesn't
Jackson probably has some good stuff for him.
Super concoction.
Okay, how's he feeling? Well, he's
quiet and contemplative.
Yeah, he might not survive it. Elizabeth!
I wonder if he's going to be sedated.
He might be. It's usually this is like kind of set back and be contemplative. But let's face it, Trump has never sat back and is not contemplative. This could, unless you want to reverse it, right? But it's what I think what we're seeing here is the exhaustion.
Yeah, with the withdrawal.
That he went through. And it's kind of like, if you read about these 70s rock stars that are up for 72 hours at a time, and or they're on the road and they're up for a week at a time because they're all hopped up on uppers, and they finally sleep, and they sleep for like 3 days straight. I think this is kind of where Trump's going to be, is he needs a break. That this whole election cycle has overwhelmed him. The challenge is the Ace of Pentacles, because Kamala and the Democrats are bringing something new. It's something that he couldn't do. He had no new thoughts. He had nothing new to bring. And he's reflecting on the fact that the same old song didn't seem to resonate with his base the way it did in the past, or with the voters. Underneath it all, there's my Kamala card. The Nine of Pentacles. Kamala's got all the things of value. She's got the messaging. She had the fundraising. She had everything. She had the momentum. Everything Trump had in 2016, Kamala has in this election cycle. And she had the new message. She had the message of joy and happiness. And his message just didn't resonate. In the past, we had the Three of Pentacles. He was working with his team of advisors. I'm going to do my Trump bit. Well, we think you should probably do something else. Like maybe hire that comedian. I heard Bannon was the one that recommended that comedian that did the Puerto Rico joke.
I have no idea.
And maybe we should talk about dogs, Haitians eating dogs and cats. Yeah, those are all great ideas. Yeah. He wasn't bringing anything of wealth. His advisors might have been actually giving him really good advice, and he just simply didn't follow it. This could not be medical advisors. Mm-hmm. Current energy is the moon. Yeah, I think, once again, his health is really suspect at this point, and we will probably do a health reading on this as well. But right now, it's just like he's in a cloud. He's in a fog. He's confused. He doesn't understand what happened. All the polls had us winning or close, yet Kamala prevails. Overarching energy. The Eight of Pentacles. And the reason why Kamala prevailed is because she put in the hard work. Trump did not put in the hard work. You need to put in the hard work and do what you need to do to prevail. And frankly, he didn't do the work. He was too busy selling $100,000 watches, too busy selling gold sneakers.
Grift, yes. Baby.
He was too worried about the money and not worried enough about bringing something of new value to the voters, not listening to the people that were giving him advice. Lesson to be learned, it was time to move on. You know what? After you lost in 2020, if you just would have moved on, you'd be living your life on a golf course somewhere. If you just, of course, hand back the documents too, that would have helped too. But, frankly, we would have been happy to see you go. But no, you had to stick around and fight. And now you and your baggage are in a bad situation, and you might have to look somewhere else to go because you've got a whole bunch of court cases heading your way, buddy boy. Mm-hmm. Outcome. Four of Cups. He doesn't like the outcome.
Nope.
He doesn't like the choices he's been given. There's a new choice out there. He's not paying attention to it. Maybe that's Venezuela. But yeah, the outcome is Four of Cups. He didn't like the choices. He's emotionally shut down. There's positives, there's gifts out there, but he is not interested in those gifts. He's only pissed off because Kamala Harris beat him, and there was no way Kamala Harris could possibly beat him. I mean, what does she have to offer? Ooh, Dave's going to jump in.
Yeah.
Yay!
I saw something different.
Okay, what do you see?
After the election, he lies low. He's done his job. Now it's time to unhatch the big plan that they've been working on.
Okay.
Mike Johnson and how they take the House. The plan is hatched. This is the conspiracy.
Yeah, they've been working on the plan.
Yeah. The plan is to basically call into question the results of the election. This is a plan that they've been working on and they will begin to implement. It's to disrupt the American society and try and disrupt the transfer of power as we go from the Biden administration to the Harris administration. However, that plan is not going to come to fruition. It's going to fail on so many fronts that he's just like, I'm surrounded by idiots. All these incompetent people. They said they had this great plan. Best plan ever.
Yeah.
And they can't do it.
Me and Mikey Johnson, we had our little secret. Apparently the secret didn't work.
Well, they said they would reveal it after the election. It's like, well, you could reveal it now. I mean, there's nothing Kamala Harris can do about whatever your secret plan is.
Not much you can pivot at this point.
I would hope there's some reporter somewhere that asked him, so what was your secret plan with Mike Johnson that was going to get you the House?
Yeah.
And I would want to hear him unveil what that plan was. He won't, but I'd be curious to hear it.
Yeah. It's interesting how easily that flowed, isn't it?
Yeah. Anyways, thank you very much for watching this video and supporting our channel. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. If you like this, give us a thumbs up. Subscribe if you want to be notified at midnight every day when we release our new video. Leave a comment.
Your phone blew up.
Oh, is that Nico?
It is.
Oh.
Looking out the window.
Oh, he's so cute. Yeah, leave a comment. I read every single comment. I respond to many of them.
Yes. And he deletes all the ones he doesn't respond to.
I delete all the ones I don't like.
So it looks like he responds to everybody.
Yeah, so I think that's all we got here.
Yeah.
So thank you all for watching. We'll talk to you soon.
All right, take care, everyone.
Bye.